Welcome back to GameVault HQ. Today, we're diving into Armored Core 6: Fires of Rubicon, a game that's been stirring up quite a buzz in the gaming community. Whether you're a longtime fan of the franchise or completely new, this review is going to cover everything you need to know about FromSoftware's latest mech-filled masterpiece. So buckle up, let's fire up those thrusters and get into it. Right off the bat, Armored Core 6 welcomes players back to the cockpit of highly customizable mechs, known as Armored Cores, and throws you into a gritty, dystopian world filled with intense, high-octane combat. After a 10-year hiatus, this game marks a triumphant return for the series. Fans of mech combat will immediately recognize the deep customization options, where everything from your mech's legs, weapons, and boosters can be tweaked to suit your preferred style of play. And believe me, the possibilities feel endless. The combat itself is slick, fast-paced, and highly engaging. Whether you're zipping around the battlefield in a lightweight mech or stomping through enemies in a heavily armored tank, Fires of Rubicon offers a variety of playstyles to explore. The game's signature boost system makes dodging missiles and lasers feel exhilarating, and each fight has a visceral impact. One of the highlights is the assault boost mechanic, which lets you rocket across the map and land devastating melee attacks. However, it's not all smooth flying. One of the game's most talked about elements is its boss battles. Some of these massive encounters can feel overwhelming, with bosses that dwarf your mech both in size and power. While this can be thrilling, especially when you finally bring one down, it can also be frustrating at times. These asymmetrical battles borrow heavily from the design philosophy seen in Soulsborne games, where players are often up against overwhelming odds. But in a game where you're supposed to feel like the ultimate mech pilot, some of these encounters miss the mark by making you feel underpowered. When it comes to mission structure, Armored Core 6 keeps things tight and focused. The missions are relatively short, with clear objectives like defending bases, escorting convoys, or taking down specific targets. This is a nice change of pace from other games that are stuffed with unnecessary filler. Still, some players might find the environments to be a bit lacking in interactivity. While the ruined industrial landscapes are visually impressive, there isn't much to explore or interact with beyond the main objectives. Customization is where Armored Core 6 really shines. If you're the type of player who loves tinkering with stats and builds, you'll spend hours optimizing your mech. The game gives you the freedom to experiment with different combinations of parts, and switching between a speedy, agile mech and a heavy, gun-toting behemoth feels like an entirely different game. Plus, the customization isn't just limited to performance. You can personalize your mech's appearance with custom paint jobs and emblems. Now, one area where Armored Core 6 stumbles a bit is its story. The plot is delivered mainly through sparse cutscenes and voiceovers during missions. While the narrative does have its moments, especially for fans who dig deep into the lore, it feels secondary to the game's action. The game's primary focus is on the combat and customization, and if you're here for a story-driven experience, you might be left wanting. So what's the verdict? Armored Core 6: Fires of Rubicon brings back the core essence of the franchise with its unmatched mech customization and fast-paced, exhilarating combat. It's challenging, rewarding, and offers a deep level of player control. On the downside, the boss battles can sometimes feel unfairly punishing, and the story, while serviceable, doesn't quite match the intensity of the gameplay. Overall, we give Armored Core 6: Fires of Rubicon an 8 out of 10. It's a fantastic entry for fans of the series, and a solid introduction for newcomers who want to experience the thrill of mech combat. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to GameVault HQ, and let us know in the comments what your favorite mech build is. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.